Kenyan court affirms Kanu's rights violation, awards 10 million shillings for damages. Once again, welcome to the Daily Brief News. Now, let's talk about this Nnamdi Kanu's matter. It has gotten to the point where as a Kenyan court in Kenya is saying that Tinubu and this current administration have violated Nnamdi Kanu's rights. Yes, Tinubu and this current administration had violated his rights, and they are awarding Nnamdi Kanu 10 million shillings for damages. 10 million shillings. How much is 10 million shillings, by the way? Well, a high court in Kenya has ruled that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, was illegally arrested and extradited from the country by Nigerian officials in 2021. My own point is that why is it now that this Kenyan government is coming out to say this thing concerning Nnamdi Kanu's case? When they were doing it in 2021, it didn't raise alarm. You had the whole of 2022 to talk about this issue. You didn't raise alarm. You had the whole of 2023 to still talk about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. You didn't raise alarm. 2024 was there for you. No. But you decided to talk about Nnamdi Kanu now in 2025. Because it's in 2025, 4 years after Nigerian army illegally entered into Kenya and kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. It's now in 2025. You now know that okay, they illegally came into your country and kidnapped somebody. Is now you know. See how foolish we Africans are. Like seriously. Well, in a judgment on Tuesday, Justice Chacha Matiwa of the Malami Law Court in Nairobi City ruled that the government of Kenya violated the constitution and Nnamdi Kanu's rights and fundamental freedoms. The court awarded a sum of 10 million Kenyan shillings, which amounted to 119.2 million naira, as general damage against the Attorney General of Kenya on behalf of the government of Kenya for the violation of Kanu's constitutional rights and fundamental freedom. According to the judge, having entered Kenya lawfully, Kanu was subject to the protection offered by the Constitution of the country 2010, and the government of Kenya has an obligation to uphold and protect his rights and fundamental freedom. Hope you don't understand this paragraph. Let me take it again. According to the judge, having entered Kenya lawfully, meaning that as per se Nnamdi Kanu entered into Kenya lawfully. Nnamdi Kanu did not enter Kenya through the back door. He entered lawfully with a passport, with a valued ID and everything lawfully. Kanu has the right to be protected. Kanu was subject to the protection offered by the constitution of the country, meaning that the Kenyan police and army, it is their job to protect Nnamdi Kanu since he entered into their country lawfully. Allowing Nigerian army to illegally enter into your country and kidnap somebody, it is 100% bad. You can't do this in Western countries. Yes, if Nnamdi Kanu was in a country like the United States or British, if he was in the United Kingdoms, Nigerian army cannot just illegally enter into their country and kidnap somebody like that. No, it's not done like that. You can't do this in Western country. You can't do this in European countries. I like the fact that Kenya is now knowing what they did. Kenya have opened their eyes. They have seen the truth now. I like the fact that yes, so now they feel sad for what they did. Kanu was subject to the protection offered by the constitution of the country in 2010, and the government of Kenya had an obligation to uphold and protect his rights and fundamental freedom. Mr. Nnamdi was, however, abducted, kept in solitary confinement, tortured, and denied food and medication, a breach of basic rights. He was shamed, humiliated, ridiculed, and held in contempt, and later forcibly removed from Kenya without following the law in violation of his human rights and fundamental freedom, for which the government of Kenya is liable, the judge said. I mean, that is it. He was removed from Kenya illegally. There is no, can you believe that there is no paperwork of Nnamdi Kanu's transfer from Kenya to Nigeria? If you ask the Nigerian government to provide paperwork, documents about the process, they cannot provide any paperwork concerning Nnamdi Kanu's transfer from Kenya to Nigeria. Kanu had brought the constitutional petition through his brother Kingsley Kanu against the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Interior, and the Coordinator of National Government. the Director of Immigration Service, the Director of Criminal Investigation, officers commanding Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and the Attorney General of Kenya. The judge said that Prince Kanu disposed that on May 12, 2021, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu entered Kenya Mr. Nnamdi Kanu entered Kenya legally as a British citizen and settled at a temporary location in Nairobi. And on June 19, 2021, Nnamdi Kanu drove to Jekai on a personal errand. As soon as he parked the vehicle, he alighted. Several agents of the Nigerian government accosted and abducted him, handcuffed him, bundled him into a vehicle, and speed away. The court ruled that the treatment meted out to Kanu in detention and his extraordinary rendition violated the provisions of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights and the Bill of Rights in the country. Everything they did to Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, the federal government of Kenya is coming out boldly to condemn Nigeria's action, saying that you must release Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, saying that you must release Nnamdi Kanu. Meanwhile, Yonaize Ndigbo, who is an Apex Igbo social organization in the southeast, has demanded the release of Nnamdi Kanu 4 years after his arrest and detention. And according to the group, June 27, 2025 marked 4 years of Nnamdi Kanu's unlawful arrest and detention in Kenya prior to his extradition to Nigeria. Well, that is all for now that the Kenyan government said, and I really hope that they do something serious concerning the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, I really hope, because Nnamdi Kanu entered into Kenya as a British citizen. He didn't enter as a Nigerian citizen, though. So he was not even a Nigerian in Kenya. The fact that Nigerian government sent spies into their country to kidnap him, that is just 100% bad. That is just 100% bad. It's not done, and it's not done elsewhere. Only in Africa. You can't. Nigerian government cannot try this in Western country. Why did they not do it for Simon Ekpa in Finland? Why did they not send a Nigerian army to Finland to go and kidnap Simon Ekpa like they did for Nnamdi Kanu? Why did they not do it for Simon Ekpa? Because you can't do it in an European country. It is against the law to send armies into another country, into another person's land. Who? You answer to the international courts. Yes. Why do you think Simon Ekpa is still in jail in Finland and not in Nigeria? That is how Nnamdi Kanu's own supposed to be, but no, the Nigerian government, because of it is an African country, they can easily bribe their way, forcibly, illegally entering another country and kidnapping a citizen. What do you guys think? Drop your own comment in the comment section, and don't forget to leave a like on this video. Tap that subscribe button with the notification bell so that anytime we have any new updates concerning this video, you'll be the first to get notified about it ASAP. Once again, thank you for listening and have a wonderful day ahead of you.